Hey, yo, what is good, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys 10 stocks Congress are really confident in. The thing about Congress and just insider trading in general, you can make a lot of money. You've seen a lot of people making a lot of money. And honestly, man, this is one that you don't want to miss because you can add this to your long-term swing trades, anything, especially the more confident they are, the more money you can make. So let's get started. All right, so I want to say I'm not a financial advisor, so please consult with one if you are new to trading. Investing in stocks can be very risky. It is essential to conduct your own research and consider your own risk tolerance before making any investment decisions. So before we get into it, I made an ultimate long-term investing guide. And this guide also includes how to become profitable trading, especially if you're a day trader, swing trader, and even if you just want to build a long-term. This gives you 40 free stocks and tell you guys why you should invest into them, why they're bullish, why they're bearish, why they're a good choice, everything like that. That's why I call it the long-term investing guide. But it also teaches you how to read a chart, how to trade stocks, how to trade options, and just everything that you really need to know built into one guide. I also have mini guides too, kind of explaining long-term, short-term, and stuff like that also, but this is just the ultimate guide. So first link in the description below. Without further ado, let's get started. So first off is NVIDIA. Everybody hears about NVIDIA. Everybody hypes up NVIDIA. And some of you guys might get mad because people talk about NVIDIA so much. But they are basically the leading supplier in AI GPUs and just GPUs in general. Everybody knows NVIDIA by their gaming GPUs, but a lot of people also don't know that they do data centers and just everything included with AI. They have made a name for themselves. And last year, I think they gained like 150 to 170% over the year just because of the AI. And that's when like ChatGPT and stuff like that came out. And people are still investing money, and there's trillions of dollars that can be put in the AI. Recently, NVIDIA just got a bunch of new deals, and they're making the new H20 chip for China. So honestly, man, it has a lot of room to move to the upside. So keep that in mind for NVIDIA. Honestly, right now we are trading at 129 to the 135 level. So honestly, I'm really hyped to see if we can break above that 135, finally get up to 140, maybe even get up to that 150 level, breaking all-time highs. But why are Congress betting big? So NVIDIA, the AI chip king, and Congress is all over it. With trade spiking in 2024 and some big buys in 2025. The CHIPS and Science Act, which funnels billions into domestic chip production, directly boosts NVIDIA's growth. Lawmakers on tech or commerce committees know NVIDIA is riding the AI wave. And honestly, man, we're not ending this AI wave at all. And there's just way more money to be put into AI and just way more upkeep and everything like that, especially with new chips coming out. People want the newest and the greatest. And we're still in the kind of like a little bit of an AI race basically between countries. So NVIDIA is going to be one to benefit. NVIDIA is up 54% year to date in 2025, and its role in national security, AI for defense, make it a hot pick. Next is going to be Microsoft. A lot of people talk about Microsoft too, but they have a big cloud network, and honestly, they're making a lot of money. Their revenue, their profits are going up quarter by quarter, and it's just very great for AI applications. Offers seamless integration for organizations. Its leadership in cloud computing and software services make it an attractive investment. Why are they betting? So Microsoft has been the most traded stocks by Congress in 2024 with 129 transactions. Its dominance in cloud computing, AI integration, and enterprise software makes it a no-brainer for lawmakers who see tech as a safe, long-term bet. Congress members on tech-related committees, like those overseeing cybersecurity or government's contracts, likely know Microsoft's got massive federal deals locked in, plus its stock's been steady, beating the market with a low volatility. With that being said, they can see a lot of insights on their defensive and just federal deals that they get. So keep that in mind, because if you see somebody buying this, like a major amount of Microsoft, and the lawmakers just buy it before, likely they've seen a deal coming out soon. So keep that in mind because you can make a lot of money in the short term and even in the long term holding this. So also in context, Democrats in particular lean hard into tech stocks like Microsoft. 49% of their portfolios are tech heavy, the company's growth in AI and government partnerships. So keep that in mind because they have a lot of insider confidence. Next is going to be Google, another cloud computing company. But honestly, Google has a lot more than you think. They have Android, YouTube, Nest, cloud. Like literally, they have a bunch of things that people don't even know about. But Google has, like, it's like basically a diverse company to say. But as a parent company of Google, Alphabet dominates digital advertising and technology sectors. Its ventures into artificial intelligence and autonomous vehicles, add to its appeal. So they did just get a lot of autonomous vehicles. And honestly, keep in mind that Congress can see bills getting signed for autonomous vehicles and just overall with their cloud computing and just everything that they have. Why are they betting? Google or Alphabet's cloud and AI advancements. So they do have a lot more AI investments and stuff like that. I think Microsoft is kind of beating Google with their cloud, but honestly, Google is still the top dog when it comes to cloud. So honestly, just Microsoft and Google are at the top. They keep it in their portfolios. 45 members held it in 2020. Lawmakers like Nancy Pelosi, everybody knows her. If you guys don't, basically made a bunch of money off of almost insider trades. People are saying it's insider trades. She's denying it, of course, but honestly, everybody knows insider trades, but had made big profits on Alphabet options, likely due to his role in tech innovation and ad revenue stability. With that being said, if you do see anybody making some big option plays, you can make a decent amount of money if you copy off of their option plays too. But honestly, they're betting big money, so you need big money to make a lot of money with this. But at the same time, if they're betting big, you got to be betting big too. But in context, Alphabet is a safe tech bet with growth potential. And with that being said, we did just have a big sell-off with Alphabet, a lot of legal things coming out. But honestly, we have been coming back, good V-shaped recovery. And Google is honestly looking good to the upside right now. So this is a great one to add to your portfolio. I personally have some Google myself and has been making a decent amount of money. Next, we're going to be talking about is Amazon. Amazon is decent, honestly, biggest e-commerce out there, especially with the tariffs. It is going to affect Amazon itself, but all of the other places like Alibaba and stuff like that, their competition that was kind of taking over Amazon because they have cheaper products, they're going to be the ones that are going to be kind of getting a beating with the tariffs even more than Amazon, and people are probably going to be using Amazon a little bit more. With that being said, we are getting deals and stuff like that on the table, so that might not help out Amazon too much, but it's still going to benefit them in the long run. The e-commerce platform and its Amazon Web Services, AWS, division position is as a leader in cloud computing. They also have cloud computing, cloud, stuff like that, but they have a lot of innovation and market expansion, basically a lot of attractiveness. Context, Congress members know Amazon is too big to fail. Way too big to fail. If you really see what this company is doing, you'll be surprised too, and you'll put your money into it too. Its stock has been in a non-stop climb as cloud and AI bets pay off. Tech-heavy portfolios favor it, and honestly, I favor it myself too. We did just have a big sell-off though, but just like Google, it is rebounding and it is coming back up. And honestly, you can probably see it at all-time highs in no time. Why are they betting big? So Amazon's cloud, AWS, e-commerce dominance, and AI investments make it a go-to for Congress. Lawmakers can also see their government contracts. And honestly, you can see AWS for the CIA. So honestly, you can see even more deals, especially if they buy some. If they buy it early, man, they're gonna buy it before a deal. Next one is Lockheed Martin. So if you guys don't know, they make the F-35, F-22, C-130, and we also just got a new deal. So they're big into the military, got a lot of military contracts. And even right now, wartime, we're not really too much in a war, not the US, but other countries. They're also providing them with F-35s. I think Japan just got some F-35s and stuff like that. And they also are big into missiles and fire control. So they got a bunch, man. The Patriot missiles, the THAAD, just some nice precision weaponry. Everybody loves to see that. They also have a good amount of mission systems. So like helicopters like the Black Hawk, radar, and cyber defense systems. Space, they have satellites, space exploration systems, and missile defense. Lockheed Martin is one of the largest defense contractors in the world, with most of its revenue coming from long-term government contracts. With that being said, if you do want this in your long-term, I do recommend, because they do have long-term government contracts. And honestly, man, by the month, you see new contracts getting made. Why are they betting? Defense stocks are like congressional gold, with 18 members owning up to $760,000 in Lockheed Martin stock. As the world's largest defense contractor, it thrives on federal budgets, with lawmakers directly influenced, So in context, with everything going on, the geopolitical tensions with Iran, China, and just everywhere, and a 4.3% stock surge in 2020. With all of this data, we can see why Congress loves this defense stock. Next one is going to be Palantir, another defense stock to say. They're basically AI with the government, and they got like a bunch of contracts. I've been seeing some contracts getting made. Palantir has been holding pretty strong, and we're currently trading at the all-time highs. It is basically the US software company that builds data, analytics, and AI platforms. Its main products is the Gotham, that's for government and defense, and Foundry for business. Basically, man, they're in both. They got a lot of contracts with the government and they have some contracts with businesses. Basically, just helps users analyze large, complex data sets It's known for working with the US military and intelligence agencies, and it is rapidly growing in the commercial AI space. So why are they betting big? It's been topping the S&P with a 54% year-to-date gain, kind of similar to NVIDIA. It's AI-driven data, analytics for government and defense, and it makes it a magnet for lawmakers and armed services or intelligent committees. Lawmakers can also see deals early, just like the other stocks, so keep that in mind. So if you do see a big order or anything like that from a lawmaker, you can make a decent amount of money. Context, so post on X highlights Congress loading up on Palantir, likely due to its national security ties with AI hype. So people are currently loading up, even recently. So keep that in mind. This is the most recent one that I could find with some most recent loading up data. Basically saying, like on X, people saying loading up on Palantir. So now we have Pfizer. If you guys don't know what Pfizer is, basically just a pharmaceutical company known for making medicines and vaccines. It's co-development, the first FDA-approved COVID-19 vaccine. I personally took the Pfizer myself, and honestly, man, still sick. Why are they betting? So Pfizer's a healthcare staple. So honestly, if you guys don't know what staples are, if you see techs selling off, sometimes you'll see staples coming up. Sometimes they just have like a little conversion, like tech sells off and then they invest in the staples. It is currently held by 37 members in 2022 due to its COVID-19 vaccine success. Congress members on health committees likely see ongoing value in its drug pipeline and government-backed vaccine deals. You can also understand that they can see the deals early and honestly, any deals getting cooked up. Context, healthcare stocks are less volatile and Pfizer's global reach makes it a safe bet for lawmakers diversifying from tech. Next one is going to be ExxonMobil, basically an oil and gas and petrochemical company. It is a global energy giant, okay? Like this one is probably one of the main ones. I personally have it in my long term. It is also investing in low carbon tech like carbon capture and EV battery materials. So unlike other oil companies, they're kind of going into other areas too, basically diversifying themselves. That's why they have EV battery materials and also the carbon capture, because maybe in the future we might go away from oil and gas and go into something else. But honestly, this is just a safe bet because you have it all in one. Why are they betting? Fossil fuel stocks are big with Republicans. 14% of their portfolios versus 1% for Democrats. 36 members hold 3.5 to 11.5 million in ExxonMobil, which is one of the biggest amounts that I've seen, driven by energy policy influence and oil profitability. And oil profitability, that is insane. Some of the families are really worth like trillions of dollars. You don't even know how much money they're worth, but you know they got money, With that being said, some context, energy stocks thrive with global demand spikes, and Congress knows policy shifts, drilling permits and stuff like that can juice their returns even more. Next one is going to be Apple. Apple did just kind of announce a $500 billion deal, but we don't know how much that's going to do with the trade deals and stuff like that, but just giving the country more jobs and stuff like that, and it's just doing very, very great, especially with the tariff relief that can basically benefit Apple the most. But their innovative product line and strong market presence continue to attract investors. I personally have it in my long term. It attracts me. So I personally have Apple products. So I personally invest in it too. As great consistent growth and profitability make it a reliable choice. And honestly, if you really just sit back and think, nobody is really going to take away Apple's dominance. Maybe in China, you've seen Apple like the third cell phone manufacturer now just because of the AI. But honestly, man, Apple is working with Alibaba to get AI on their phones and make it a little bit better. And honestly, they're pushing to get AI to kind of make the battery life a little bit longer. So keep that in mind. Why are they betting? So Apple's another favorite. Historically held by 72 members, 13% of Congress. Its global brand, consistent innovation, think iPhone, Apple Intelligent AI, and massive cash reserves make it a low risk and high reward. If you guys don't know, but Apple has a bunch of money just laying around. So you guys got to think about that too. They're just giving away $500 billion, literally. They have a lot of money. Lawmakers might be banking on Apple's pivot to AI and wearables. Regulatory heat better than other big tech names, just because they have a bunch of money, basically. Context, Apple stock soared in 2023 and held strong in 2024. And Congress members likely see it as a hedge against market dips. Next one is going to be DHR. It is a science and tech company that makes tools for life sciences. It owns brands like Sativia and Beckman Coulter and grows through strategic acquisitions. Why are they betting? So basically, it's owned by Congress members in 2022 and backed by hedge funds. Its picks and shovels role in biotech, lab equipment, ties to health policy, attracting lawmakers on commerce or health committees. Context, their stable growth and insider buying, it signals a long-term value appealing to risk-adverse lawmakers. With that being said, guys, check out my Discord. Check out that course below if you guys want. It'll benefit your day trading, swing trading, long-term trading, and make you a lot of money on the stock market. You'll make your money back in no time. Thanks for watching the video. Smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. Check out some other videos. We make videos like this all the time. And I make daily videos kind of explaining how the stock market is moving, what to expect, and what to watch.